I am exhausted. Wow. It's Saturday evening. It's just about to turn 5 o'clock. And it's quite a strange time to start a video. However, I am literally just about to start the mammoth task of sorting out all my clothes. And I actually, one of my most favourite videos to watch on YouTube is actually somebody having a really good clear out and sort through. So I thought I would document the experience and bring you guys along with me as a little bit of company. But yeah, I just thought I'd quickly sort of like fill you all in on what's been going on over the last couple of weeks. So basically, the week before last, I was having a few technical issues with both my camera and my laptop. Now, I've needed a new computer for a little while now. I actually looked into getting one at the end of last year, start of this year, and I just thought, do you know what, I'm just going to make do. However, it just got to the point where it just was not working. Long story short, it just wasn't working. So I really had no choice but to invest in a new computer, and I am so happy with it so far. I got the 2023 iMac and I got it in green. The box is down there. I have sort of set it up temporarily upstairs. I need to reimagine the space to make it work more efficiently as like an office. And basically, myself and Jim, we have 3 bedrooms. Now, Joe has one of the bedrooms full time. Me and Jim obviously have a bedroom. And then the other bedroom is Millie's room when she comes and stays. And the majority of the time she comes with her boyfriend. So there's the 2 of them that use that room. It used to be every weekend, but now that Millie's older, she sort of like comes and goes as she pleases, as we all do when we're sort of like 20. So yeah, it still needs to have the sort of ability to be her room when she comes, and also I want to have like a space in there what I can use as like an office, so that I can, when I am working from home or when I do need to get away and have a bit of peace and quiet, and not have too many distractions going on, because Jim works from home full time as well. So yeah, I have that up there too. Also, I use some of the drawers and things in there for clothes, and yeah, it's all just a bit higgledy-piggledy. And over the last few months, my clothes situation has just got completely out of hand. I've got way too many. And if you are a regular viewer, you will know that over probably the last month, most Mondays, I wake up and say, right, I'm going to sort my clothes out today, I'm going to sort out my clothes today. But I just don't have like enough time to do it. So as we are entering the new month of September, which I'm super excited about, my favourite time of year is autumn. I just love when this time of year comes around. I have purposefully kept the majority of the month completely free. Like the weekends are just free, and I've done that intentionally so that I can have enough time to really try and organise and get the things that are sort of bothering me, like my clothes, like some drawers and things, just really have a good declutter, a good organise, just sort of get my life a bit more in order. That's the plan. So it's Saturday, and I've had quite a busy day. I've been working this morning and sort of tidying up here and there, and running some errands and stuff. But it is now, as I said, it's now 5 o'clock, and you'll have to forgive me. I went to Leeds Festival last weekend as well, which is something I want to say. I had an absolute blast. Got to see one of my favourite bands from childhood, which was Blink-182. They were amazing. Got to see a lot of bands that I really, really love, and just had a really, really great time. But it did sort of take its toll. Me and my friend are both sort of feeling a bit run down. We think we might have picked up a bug while we're there, and I'm not feeling too bad. It's kind of like sinusy, a bit of a scratchy throat and that kind of thing, but I don't feel like I've got a lack of energy or anything, which is great, because there's too much I want to do to be sort of ill on the sofa, unable to move. Why was I saying that? It's completely left my head. I don't know why, but yeah, anyway, it's Saturday and Jim is actually out this evening at a friend's house, and he'll be back at some point tomorrow afternoon, I imagine. So I've got kind of like the evening to myself. Joe is here as well. I might try and rope him in to try and help me at some point maybe, but yeah, I've got the evening to myself, and I was like, oh, I could probably just sit on the sofa and, you know, watch a documentary or something, or I could make a start. And I kind of think the best thing to do with this is, in a very sort of Stacey Solomon Sort Your Life Out, if you've ever watched that program, method, just bring everything down. So every single item of clothing that I own, bring it down from all its various homes into the living room, and just like look at it in all its horror and just accept and acknowledge that it needs to change, and then just start sorting it out into piles. So like probably sort out seasonal things into their seasonal category, and then in those categories like t-shirts, trousers, skirts, dresses, and then go through, and probably I'm guessing that we're now at the point I can put all my summer, like super summer stuff away in storage. I actually picked up some of those vacuum packs today, because I think what will probably be most helpful is if I pop them into those bags, vacuum pack them, and just really put them to the very back underneath of mine and Jim's bed, so they're completely out of the way. They're not taking up any sort of precious space that can be used with things that I'm wearing now, and they're just out of the way, so it's not going to get into a big jumbled mess that it is now. And the plan, hopefully, is to dramatically reduce what I have, so that going forward I don't have this issue anymore. And I think I'm going to have just a huge like vintage stint, and maybe just separate it and make some piles for charity, some piles for vintage, and yeah, and then maybe sort of like throughout the evenings and stuff I can get things uploaded and make a little bit of money in the process, hopefully. I also see it's really difficult because I haven't vlogged for a little while, so I can't remember quite what I'm pretty sure I mentioned in one of the videos that I was doing some wedding photography for one of my friends, and I've still got a lot of her photos that I need to edit and stuff as well. But I'm just, because this is such a priority and something I know that'll make me feel so much better and have a lot more mental clarity, I feel like it's really, really important that I get this done. So I'm going to start it this evening. We'll just see where I get, and we'll see what time I finish and stuff, and then just pick it back up tomorrow. So yeah, first things first, got to go get everything down. 10 to 6. So it's taken me almost an hour to go and get everything down from upstairs. And do you ever start a task and then just go, WTF am I doing? This is insane. But it's had the desired effect, because I'm just like, this is absolutely obscene. This is a ridiculous amount of clothes for one person, probably a village of people. But the problem is, I get like sentimental with things, and I don't know, I'm just always like, oh, I really like that, but maybe what if I want to wear that again? And so I am really bad at having like a good clear out, but it has to be done. I just have to be ruthless. So please let me know in the comments if you like that, and make me feel a bit better. But yeah, so we have all of my clothes, bar like, so basically I have a couple of chests of drawers, quite a small clothes rail, and then because there's like no space in our house for like an actual wardrobe, we have a few chests of drawers, and then in sort of like the back room, so I live in a dorm bungalow, so in my bedroom there's like a sort of like a back cupboard, we like to call it, and we have put a few rails in there, but it's just really impractical to get to things because it also is essentially a teeny tiny loft. So basically like boxes, seasonal decorations, all that kind of stuff get put in there as well. So completely lost my train of thought while I was saying that. Basically I've just gone into everywhere and got everything I can. I used like a laundry bag to like just fill this up out of a drawer and then come down and like tip it out into that. It seemed to be working much better than trying to carry everything. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So basically some things in the hanger in the back room were things like a couple of jumpers that I have from my dad, who passed away 7 years ago, and there's just no way I'll be ever getting rid of them. So I just thought there's no point in bringing them down because I'm not getting rid of them. So I left them there. And then like a seasonal jumper and one pair of seasonal pyjamas. So I've just left them there, and I'm hoping, I really hope, that this is everything now. So the plan now, I'm not feeling super too hungry for tea. I've just had a lemon sip because I'm starting to like, it is quite warm, but I feel like I'm burning up a little bit. But yeah, I've just had a lemon sip. So I think I'm gonna start by making the piles. Now, this is something that works really well for me when I am having sort of a tidy and organised. It's just getting all of the stuff and then creating little piles of things before like going through and going, do I want that? Because I feel like I want to make sure that I've got the right items for the right seasons. So if I put everything into categories, like all my t-shirts, all my gym leggings, all my jumpers, all my dresses, I can then look and go, right, realistically I need like 2 jumpers or 1 pair of jeans or whatever, and pick my favourite out of that pile, and then hopefully it will be more encouraging to have a better clear out, as opposed to going, do I like this? I like this. It's a nice sort of like going out top. I'm gonna keep it. But if I've got 74 of essentially the same thing, hopefully it'll make it easier. And I think I'm making really good progress. I've got about halfway through sorting into piles, which is good. I had made myself a coffee, which I've pretty much finished, and I'm just about to make some dinner. So I'm gonna have one of these Biona organic red lentil and sunseed burgers, and I'm gonna be a real basic bee and just have that in a sandwich. And my bread of choice is the Jason's sourdough, the wholemeal one, which is my new favourite. I didn't know that they did a wholemeal variety of this sourdough bread, but I noticed it, I think I saw it on their Instagram, and I was like, how have I not seen that before? So I looked for a stockist, and Ocado sells it. So I did a little Ocado order at the beginning of the week for a few bits, and added one of these in, and it is just super, super yummy. So yeah, I'm just basically gonna make a red lentil sunseed burger sandwich for dinner. Dun, 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 dun. Will it tear off? Yes, it will. Getting pro doing that. Yummy. These burgers are so yummy. They remind me of the bird's eye vegetable fingers that you can get. Really, really yummy, but a little bit more better quality and better tasting. Really enjoy them. I'm just watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I have several sort of like cozy background programs that I'll put on, like if I'm working or cleaning or just, you know, whatever on in the background. And yeah, I rotate them throughout the year. So I'm back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which is one of those quite trashy programs. I watch a lot of different stuff, so it'll range from sort of like documentaries about space or nature or sports or, you know, things like that, or like history, and then, you know, stuff like this. So yeah, I've got that on in the background. I'm going to finish my delicious sandwiches and crack on with this monstrosity. 4 hours and 15,000 steps later, the sofa is now clear of clothes. So I have successfully managed to pop all of the clothes that I brought down into various piles around the living room. I thought I would go through and show you my pile categories, so that if you are wanting to do like a big clear out, it might give you some inspiration or ideas. So I popped all of my clothes and jackets over the banister. I've got strappy tops, vest kind of style tops, pajamas, t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, fancy tops. I think this is skirts, jeans, and then I've got 2 piles of jumpers, cardigans, jumpsuits, winter, like everyday kind of dresses, summer dresses, going out fancy dresses. These are shorts. These 2 piles are trousers or like bottoms. These are like 2-piece sets, joggers, like hoodie style things. I've got workout tops, workout bottoms, sports bras, workout style shorts, and then swimwear. I am exhausted. Wow, that was such a mission. Oh my god, it's so nice to just be able to jump on the sofa after all that. So obviously I am nowhere near finished, because the next step will be to decide what to keep, what to donate, and what to sell. And that is probably twice as long a task. So yeah, nowhere near finished, but a lot closer than I was 4 hours ago. So that's very exciting. It's 9:15 now. And although I'm feeling like tired, I don't feel like I'm ready for bed. So I think I might actually maybe just go through a few things. The problem is, some things, like I don't know whether I need to check if it still fits, or, you know, if it kind of suits me, feels good on me, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I need to try a lot of the things on. So I think maybe, I don't know whether I'm just gonna chill for a couple of hours and then go to bed and get up early and crack back on with it tomorrow. By the end of tomorrow, it would be amazing to have it all organised, like literally in its like new designated places, and go and drop off the donate bags at the charity shop and have like a very structured way to upload the things that I'm going to sell on Vinted. I think I can do it if I don't procrastinate too much throughout the day tomorrow, and if I just set that as my only task. I reckon I can get it done. This might seem like, why is it such a big deal? Like, why am I making such a big deal out of it? But honestly, when I say it's like such a stressor, because I tend to just wear the things that are like on my rail, probably like the same 4 outfits on rotation. And then everything else, I'm just like, oh wow, there is things that I would probably wear more often if it was more accessible, or if I had like a bit more of an outfit in mind for that particular item of clothing. And I just want to really be able to like open my drawers and have a really nice clear idea of my clothing, and just feel like I know what goes with what, and just free up all that space and time and energy, and obviously, yeah, just have it all really nicely organised. And because like there were bits here, there and everywhere, if I thought, oh, maybe these trousers will not look nice with like a black t-shirt or something, I'd go to try and find said t-shirt and it was just impossible. So yeah, something I've wanted to do for quite some time, but do it properly. Like, I've had a few days here and there where I've had like clothes organise, and I have actually, over the course of the last year or so, got rid of quite a lot already, which is probably quite shocking if you think about how much I had on the sofa today, and obviously here in piles now. But I have got rid of a lot already, but I feel like this needs to be the time where I really make it work. So if you're in a similar position where, you know, your drawers and wardrobe are absolutely busting at the seams and you're really at the end of your tether with it, hopefully this is inspiring or something to get it done. Let's hope by the end of it anyway. I do feel loads better already just at this stage, so I'm sure once I actually get it completely done, I'll feel much better. But I think I'm gonna carry on the video through to tomorrow and hopefully see where I get to. Obviously I haven't weighed in quite some time, so I think I will do a weigh-in video on Monday just to see where we're at, and then I do have some plans throughout September, throughout the new month. I'm going to be weekly vlogging again, now that I don't have the technical issues. That should make it much easier. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing my weekly vlogs and my weigh-ins, and yeah, I've got some like goals and just some, I don't know, I'm really excited for the month. I'm really excited for September, because I'm imagining how I'm gonna feel at the end of it if I do the things that I want to set out to do, which I will talk more about in either my weigh-in video or next week's weekly vlog. But yeah, lots of exciting times ahead. So I'm just gonna go and chill, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. It is Sunday and it is about 7:30. Woke up feeling a little bit more groggy than I did the last couple of days, so I'm just making myself a lem sip in the hopes that it will make me feel a bit better. It is early, so I always think like with a bug or a cold or something, it's usually like first thing in the morning or late in the evening when it really seems to get you. So hopefully this will help. And I'm on to the second big stage of my super big clove sort out. Did wake up feeling a little bit overwhelmed, not gonna lie. So the plan for today is just to crack straight on with it, is to not get distracted and procrastinate, as I like to do, especially at this time in the morning. Come down, make myself coffee, and then just sort of start doing some work messages and then get distracted by things online. So I'm not super sure how to go about this, but I think maybe sort of like making a list of amounts of things I want to keep. So like how many sort of day dresses, how many evening dresses, how many pairs of trousers. I don't think I'm at the stage where I can have, I have looked at like capsule wardrobes, but I don't think I've got the sort of, what's the right word? The ability to style clothes enough to actually make that work. I think it'd be quite silly. So for myself, I think it's a wonderful thing if they can be done right. But yeah, I don't know. So the aim is to have as little as possible that works for sort of like all occasions and what have you. So I think I might just like make a list of, this is the amounts of things that I want to have, and that will probably help in whittling it down, because I think if I just go in with no sort of number in mind, I might be like, oh, I like this one, like this. Whereas if I have like a number, then I can be like, well, I have to choose the best sort of like 3 or 4 out of that number, or out of that number of items. So got my lem sip, gonna whack something on in the background and get to it. So I have decided the amounts of each item I want to keep, and I am just about to go through my workout leggings. I've decided I want to keep 3, and I have 17, which is just ridiculous. So I'm going to try them all on, and then sort of if one, so what I've done over the years is kept things when they've like maybe almost fit, or they have fit at that time and have gained a little bit of weight and then they don't fit very well now or whatever. So I'm going to be ruthless and just say I'm only keeping what fits and feels comfortable right now. That's one of the credentials, number 1. And then regardless of anything else, like, oh, well, I might love these when I'm like however many stone lighter or whatever, I'm just not going to even consider that and just keep what works right now. I am starting to feel quite unwell, so that's not great. But I think, like I said earlier, I think it's just the morning. I think I'll start to feel better as the day goes on. I've just finished my Lemsip, so I'm sure that will help. I've got a little setup. I've got a little full length mirror here. I've got actually a box of things that is going to go on Vinted. I just quickly went through my summer stuff because I thought that's a really nice, quick and easy thing to do, because I was going to be ruthless with it. I don't need to wear or think about it until next summer. There's a few things in there that I really love that I wanted to keep, so I popped more in this box than I kept, which is great. But I've just got the summer stuff in one of these vacuum packs, and as I go through each thing, if there's anything in there that's a bit more summery, I'll decide whether to keep or donate or sell. And yeah, I think that's a good method. But got a little sort of system going on, which I think is really good. So I've got a bag over here for charity, a box for Vinted, and hopefully 15 pairs of these leggings will go in either one of them. I've successfully managed to sort through all my gym clothes and managed to get everything, including like leggings, t-shirts, tops, swimming costume, jumpers and all that malarkey, smaller than the actual pile of just the leggings initially. So I'm really pleased with that. Tried everything on. And then I had a couple of leggings that were like, I quite like these. So I sort of put them to the side, and then at the end I was like, right, I've got to pick 3 now. So just whittled it down to which ones sort of felt best, looked best, yeah, and all that malarkey. Definitely increased my donate bag and sell bag, but I'm making good progress. I felt like it was going to be a lot harder than it was, but yeah, got there in the end. So I've just got to repeat that now 57,000 times. Blasting through these piles, which is great. I'm currently on to sort of evening going out more fancy style dresses, and I thought I would show you this because it's quite funny and it's a good representation of how much I am a hoarder. This was the very first dress I ever purchased. I think I was about 17 or 18, and it hung off me at the time. It's quite tight around here. It does still fit. I don't think it fits well enough to wear, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you it. Because how funny is that? I've had this dress for so long. The label, it was from New Look, and the label is like the old style. I'll show you just for nostalgia. Comment down below if you remember when New Look had this as their logo. The label has unlocked a memory that I had completely forgotten about. So I used to cut all of the sizing tags out of my clothes because I was super embarrassed about what size they were. Couldn't care less now. Like, as long as it's comfy, it fits, and I like it. I don't care whether it's a size 36 or a size 6, I don't care. But yeah, it's just really funny, isn't it, when we think back to the things that we used to do and what used to cause us so much anxiety. That dress was a size 16 because it's still got the sort of like wash label and stuff, and it's got the info on there. But yeah, it's so mad to think that at one stage in my life I'd get my clothes and cut off the label so no one would, you know, see what size I was. How silly. So yeah, making really good progress. I've done all of my gym workout stuff, got all that done. I've done all my sort of like day dresses. I've done my skirts, and now, like I say, I've just got a few sort of evening dresses. I don't think I'm going to keep very many of these, maybe just like 1 or 2. So yeah, that should be done pretty quickly. So I'm just about to grab some lunch, and I'm going to have this little sort of veggie pot which I picked up yesterday to have with, that's Floss in the background whinging, with one of these, but I decided just to have it in a sandwich yesterday. So I've got carrot, broccoli, potatoes and courgette with seasoned butter, and then the leftover red lentil and some seed burger. So hopefully that will keep me going for the rest of the afternoon. I think the last thing I filmed was my lunch at like 1, and it's now 6:30, but I have managed to dramatically reduce my clothing. So in comparison with the monstrosity on the sofa yesterday evening, this is what we have now, which is a much more manageable pile of clothes. So over the last few hours, I've actually been doing some other sorting and organising of like shoes and things like that, basically getting anything I just knew straight off the bat that I wanted to sell or donate, just sort of getting all that together. And I vacuum packed my summer clothes ready to go under the bed out of the way. So yeah, making really good headway, but I am absolutely knackered. Jim is currently making us some pasta for tea, which I'm looking forward to, and I think that's going to be ready pretty soon. So I'm just gonna finish up what I'm doing here, and then I'll probably crack back on once I've had dinner, but I don't know how far my energy is going to go. But I want to really think about where I'm putting everything. I don't just want to shove it into drawers. Even though it is a much more manageable amount, I want to really think about where it's going and if it's effective in that place. I've just remembered as well, I do need to sort out my underwear drawers, because they're absolutely horrendous as well. So I'll probably have my tea, come back up, do that, and then sort of start thinking about where everything's going to go. The house is an absolute state at the moment. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed by it, but I have like 2 overflowing boxes of clothes that are going to go on Vinted, and a few bags of things I'm donating to the charity shop, and then I've got like bags of rubbish, and myself and Jim are thinking about doing a car boot sale next Sunday. So I've got a bag and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want that, don't need that, I've got too many of them things, and I'm just basically like shoving them into a bag. So it's getting pretty crazy, but once it's done, it's gonna feel amazing. Monday, it's 12 p.m. and I cannot quite believe that I am saying this, but it's done. It is completed. I have got all of my clothes that I'm keeping all neatly away in the drawers and what have you. I have an overwhelming amount of things that I need to pop on Vinted. I've taken a few, well, I say me, Jim has taken a few bags to the charity shop for me. So they're out the way, and it's gonna be a task to get everything on Vinted and completely finish it, but I am so chuffed that this first initial stage is done, because it was the biggie, just having the big sort through. Now, I didn't take like a photo or video of my drawers and rail and things like that before. I just needed to get on with it, and as you saw, the best method for me was to just get absolutely everything and bring it downstairs and put it on the sofa. Now, one reason I did that was because it stops me, it gives me enough space first and foremost to, in a tidy environment, because upstairs this room just wasn't organised either, so taking it into a more tidy environment helped me process it. So yeah, bringing it all down, and also I can't get distracted by other things because there was other areas that needed to be sorted up here and blah blah blah. So yeah, I didn't have like a before to show you, but let's just assume that if you couldn't really open a drawer, everything was all over the place, everything was just like unorganised to the 10th degree. So we are now left with a much more organised rail, and I have put it in somewhat of an organised state as well. So I've got my jeans, everyday jeans, a few pairs of trousers, skirts, and then sort of everyday jumpers and tops for like layering. And then I've got one sort of two-piece set, and then my dresses, and then Bonnie's dress at the back, which is so cute. I can't wait to go meet her and give this to her and Laura. Oh, but yeah, just popping that there so it's nice and safe. So that's the rail situation. I've got a couple of shoes here which are like everyday kind of shoes, and then in these drawers I've got my tops, my like overflow kind of tops. I don't know if I'm happy with these like dividers. I want some form of organisation in the drawers, but I don't know if these are going to work. I'm going to try it out and see, and I might just have to get something that works a little better, but for now they're great. I can like pull them out and have a look, but most of the ones that I use more often are at the front. And then I think over the course of like a month or two, a couple of months, I'll see which ones I don't use and then get rid of them. Just a couple of jumpers there. And then I've got like my overflow trousers. I've got another pair of jeans, a few more trousers, overflow skirts. They're shorter skirts that I don't wear very often. And then just some like, these are kind of like comfy loungewear kind of things. And then I've also organised all of my underwear. Now, all of my pairs of socks are all with their buddies. They're all in pairs, they're nicely organised. And then this drawer is all my sort of workout stuff, hiking stuff, all that kind of stuff. This is more underwear. It's organised and clean, but it's more like fancy stuff and I don't really want to show that. So, success! We are done. Another thing also, I did take a little before of these because they were horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. But I've sort of somewhat organised these as well. Not properly, but a lot better than they were. I think this is an obscene amount of makeup brushes. Yep, I know, you're all agreeing with me. But yeah, there's some sort of organisation to this as well. So, yeah, very chuffed with myself. Very, very chuffed. And it's going to make sort of getting ready and wearing what I want to wear. Why have I gone blue? The lighting's changed a bit bizarrely. Yeah, it's just going to make things a heck of a lot easier. And throughout September, this is something that I want to do in as many areas of my life as possible, with like my paperwork, my kitchen cupboards, the drawers and things in the living room. So I'll bring you guys along with me to try and basically organise my life. September is a month to just try and get a little bit more organised, try and get a little bit more clarity, a little bit more mental space, make life a bit easier basically. And I really benefit from a really tidy, clean environment. I think at heart I'm actually quite a messy person. I love to have a really tidy space, and I know a lot of people that sort of come round say, oh, your house is really, really tidy, but I'm like, it's not. So yeah, I just want to basically get everything in order and get somewhat more structure. And then that's also, oh, not in focus. Don't know if I want to be after 3 days of organising. I have showered, but you know, my hair, I haven't washed my hair. I just felt like there was absolutely no point. And I think I've looked at state for the majority of this video, so apologies for that. But there was, yeah, it's just, I'm not really that fussed, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, just basically have some structure, because I feel like a lot of my anxiety and a lot of the times when I get overwhelmed, it's because I don't really have much structure going on in terms of like my sort of hobbies and interests, my life sort of commitments and things, family time, work. I have a little bit of structure with work, but I'd like to make it much better. If you don't know, I work for myself, so I think that can be quite tricky, whereas some days I'll like wake up at, you know, 5:30 and just crack on with work, and I just don't stop until like half 5 again in the evening. And then some days I'll be like, right, I've got to do this, but I'll get distracted. And yeah, I just need to find balance, find structure. And then also that's gonna really help with sort of like my dedication towards my weight loss, having more sort of mental clarity to focus on that, and have a bit more structure towards improving my health, losing weight. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what the month has in store. I'm really chuffed that I've managed to get this ticked off, because this was probably one of the biggest things to do. And I kind of said to myself, at some point in September I want to do it, but obviously I just had that little bit of time on Saturday evening, and just thought I could start it now. And then while I had that thought and that energy and enthusiasm, I just went for it. So yeah, it was a huge task, and I've still got quite a lot to do, but I'm so much further along. And I think what I'm going to do is just compile these clips into one sort of like video. I am going to be weekly vlogging this week, starting from when I put the camera down from this video. So that's probably going to go up at the weekend. I am making a weigh-in video today at some point, which I am probably going to upload on Wednesday, just to scatter them out a little bit. But I really do hope you've enjoyed watching me somewhat try and sort out my clothes. And hopefully, you know, if you have that task to do yourself, you can put me on in the background and hopefully it'll be a little bit of inspiration to see how great I feel now. And, you know, having done it, it's so worth it. So, you know, if there's something that you're putting off, just, you know, make yourself a little bit of a plan and get on it and get it done, and you'll feel amazing after. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. So if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, because it really makes me smile. And if you do enjoy my videos, if you hit subscribe and the notification bell, you will be notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, I hope you stay happy, healthy and well. Bye.